camera in action.
Here we are in the flesh.
It's our very first video recorded podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pretend that the cameras are not here. Hi, guys.
I guess I'll try to do the same.
And just stop it.
I hope you guys can't see all this dust on me, Mike.
Yeah, right now
you can see
all the little like weird quirky shit that we do.
Our idiosyncrasies will be out there for everyone.
Exposed.
You'll see that I never stop moving.
No, she doesn't. And now you're gonna get to basically see the faces that we make at each other when we're literally like, what?
Yeah,
what
maybe it actually will provide like nice context for people.
Yes, that's true.
And look, we kind of match.
We always accidentally match. It's like we've become that couple. I also feel like my chair's up really high. No, that's good.
That's how you sit.
It's a good height. It's hard when you have short legs or long legs and a short torso. I got that.
That's your biggest plight.
Because it's like
a regular old Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, because sometimes I actually need more length on the chair.
You're like the M&M.
Yeah,
the sexy M&M.
That's exactly what I look like. Is like
the
green M&M.
Yeah, but you're red. That's the guy one though.
I didn't they get rid of all of the no more M&Ms.
Here's the thing for me: the MLMs.
Yeah.
The M&Ms are like the gremlins in that they're genderless and they do drag.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that too. And if you get them wet, they're never the same.
No.
So
remember that time Molly and Oliver ate a bag of M&Ms and like we freaked out, but nothing happened because it's like made out of candle wax.
Right. So we had people over and they left M&Ms in a suitcase and the dogs ate the whole bag. And instantly I was like not super worried because I was like, how chocolatey is this chocolate? Yeah. But I was like, a little bit because I think
we Googled the ingredients.
I called the vet and I was like, yeah, so my dogs just ate a pack of M&Ms. They were like, there's no chocolate in there.
Yeah.
Like at all.
And that's when I knew everything was a lie.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, guess I'll go back and have 8 more drinks. Bye.
Oh my God, right. We were already like
stepping out of a bar to be like, my dogs ate chocolate.
What's it called? Like 2 shifts to the wind? Is that what it is?
3 sheets. 2 shifts to the wind.
You know what? I had a number and I had an SH word.
So that's
a 90% in my book.
That's going to be the name of your one-woman show.
2 shifts in the wind. To the wind.
So it has to do with skates or something.
Scapes. It's pronounced scapes. What I do?
Wait, can we...
Don't belittle what I do, Jocelyn.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't. I'm very impressed by you. But I also just am very excited because for our first video podcast, we are doing a movie that I'm extremely... A Campfire that I am so excited about.
I know. Me too.
And I was also very glad that the Candle Coven, when I asked on Instagram, what should we watch, there was many, many suggestions for this.
I think I incepted them also because it's in the email.
That's true. But we were happy to watch this for a second time because we purchased it on Amazon.
Regardless.
Sight unseen.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the 2023 classic, M3GAN.
M3GAN.
M3GAN. And we watched it again, literally after watching it, not even a full week. I don't even think.
No, I don't think it had aged a week at all.
No,
it was it was like the same rental if we had rented it.
Oh, yeah. Let's jump right back in.
Yeah.
Because we like to, when we do a campfire, even if we've seen the movie a billion times, we like to.
Oh, yeah. We never took notes.
No. You gotta take, when you watching a film while taking notes is guys.
It's something different.
You should try it.
It's different. Also, reading notes about movies that you've seen is also something on camera now is something different. Tune in on YouTube if you're listening on the podcast.
Yes, you're going to be able to watch this on YouTube.
And see our silly faces.
For free.
For free. Well, you can't beat that
free
deal.
Free entertainment. Before we get into talking about M3GAN, though, I did just want to address the fact that thank you all for tuning in for our last 2 podcasts about our vacation.
Oh, yeah. That was so nice and fun.
It was special for us to get to share that. And it was really nice because your family in Slovakia reached out, and it was really cool for them to kind of hear it. And I don't know, it's just nice to
great vibes all around.
It's like
it was
a
just
video
diary
or a podcast diary.
Yeah,
and it was very nice.
And my family members that don't speak English listen to it, and I think it's just so cute to me.
Right. I have to say though, we learned though, even if you do speak English, the way that we speak,
oh my God,
is maybe not.
It's like rap.
Yeah, it's layered on top of each other.
Yeah,
with a audio.
It's like listening to that Iggy Azalea rap. Where she's like, blah, 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 you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
That's what we sound like to
Yes.
them.
So, trying to speak clearer, but nope, not gonna
And
happen.
we use so many like slang words.
Right. Like,
and
not even just like
euphemisms.
slang words that people only that we know in this house.
Right.
Like, just inside bits in this house.
A little Tainoween.
A little Tainoween.
We just hang out a lot.
Yeah, that's what it is. A Tainoween, by the way, is an everyday bit that we do, which is like when we are, like the movie Nell, the sisters, they get stuck alone in the woods and they come up with their own language.
Yeah. You guys know.
After the last 3 years, if you're not Tainoween with the person you're living with, are you even Tain in the ween?
Yeah. Are you even Nell?
Are you even Nell?
Speaking of Nell.
Yes.
Shall we
Yes.
Shall we jump right in?
I'm excited too. I can't wait.
Okay, I had to print my notes because we're using my phone to record. So
Same. These are the things that we're gonna have to use
Behind the
other
curtain.
side on the next podcast so we can reuse this paper. I'm gonna have to come up. You know what? We're gonna
why? Because you're killing too many trees.
teleprompter.
Ooh, yeah.
Stay tuned
Do we get an operator?
It's just like a little stand.
It'll be like
with an
our
iPad.
presidential.
Look at this, you guys. We're workshopping the business right in
Do
front
we have
of
to
your
get
very
more
eyes.
Apple devices now? 2 iPads right here.
Should we get like other opposite close-up shots?
You know what I think we should get? We should get like headpieces where we can tell each other what to say.
I'm gonna be fucking sick.
Like we're producing each other.
No, I
So stupid.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick. Oh my god, you know what I just thought of? Guys, welcome to the ADHD corner. We should do the candle of the week before we jump in.
It's like right in front of us.
It's right in front of us. Hold on, let me have a sip of the old...
Nice nails.
it's a beautiful color.
It's a beautiful color.
It's natural, but pretty.
It's so shiny.
She's so pretty.
In the light.
You know what, I'm just gonna put this right here.
Beside
Diet Coke,
her sister.
Diet Coke, please sponsor us, please.
Can you imagine?
Oh, my teeth would fall out.
Your dad would be so proud.
I know. He recently was like, we should maybe try this green cola because it's got like better fake sugar in it. And so then I was like, okay, I got it. And before I could even say anything, he was like, no.
Yeah.
He's like, it has an herbal aftertaste.
It absolutely does.
So
I mean, it's 2 sheets to the wind.
it's not like a comparable thing for Diet Coke on its own. It's like if you want like a nice natural soda, it's like maybe
like if you're
fine.
like a restaurant and it comes in a glass of ice,
Yeah.
like that could maybe
that
work.
could be fine. But
otherwise, out of a can,
no, when you want the violent
No,
rip
and
of a bubbly Diet Coke,
in the silver can,
it's so beautiful. Like, can you imagine if this was a candle? How beautiful that would look too.
Oh wow!
Look how good it goes with candles. It just
it's
reflects,
a vignette. It's a still life.
It's a mirror of the beauty that's all around
Gorgeous.
us.
It refracts light perfectly.
It really do. So
that being said,
further ado, the candle of the week is the Sarah Vanilla and Anise candle, Star Anise.
Yeah.
Could probably say it right. Which is from the Sanderson Sisters collection, inspired by Hocus Pocus. This is, I think, a very perfect candle choice for this movie because it's classic and pretty, but something's different.
Yeah, it's campy.
Something's a little like it's very like the vanilla. And it's like a smoky vanilla.
Like, is this
There's
sweet?
some
But is there
floral,
some
vanilla orchid, and that little bit
wow.
of anise. It doesn't come across like licorice-y. No.
No,
It's
no.
more like
because I don't like that.
The ghost of you. I never said I lie. Okay, but for real though, like it's delicious.
I love it.
It's like a haunted vanilla.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Like a haunted, sexy vanilla.
That's exactly right.
Like if I don't know.
I get
Megan would like it. Megan would get it.
She would get it. It's Megan vibes.
Yes, for sure. So that's all.
I think
And it has that weird spooky eye on there, which just like I love.
I just think it's so pretty.
Book. So Megan, 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is great. I mean,
it could, it could be 100.
It could. It should be.
You know what? I do have like there. It's not 100.
There's a couple of things we could.
It could be turned up a bit. Well,
I kind of want to talk about it just off the bat.
Oh.
But we're going to go through it, but for me, that 6%, you know where it could be?
Huh.
And I never say stuff like this.
I think I'm going to agree with you because of just how you just prefaced that.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
It could have been gorier.
Yes! I was really going to say it. Yes, gory. Could have been more gorier.
Like, I would never say that. I never want that.
I never want that. But in this context
in this case, I could have seen her. I could have seen her slash a little bit more.
I wanted her to absolutely
get down,
kill mankind.
Also, maybe is it a thing about not getting blood on herself because she never was dirty once? Except for the end.
Well, you know. So.
But like, that is kind of like a funny angle
that she just like does it. Like the quirk of the android is that it doesn't like to be dirty.
No, like
that would be funny.
And like it can't give it away that it's doing it.
Right. Fair enough.
Like imagine if she came back covered in blood from like the woods.
Right. Exactly. She's like gonna hold up in a court of law.
Even those shots could have been a little bit like more shocking, like a little Final Destination-y maybe.
Right.
Because like it happens so fast.
Yes.
Like the scary movie parts of it.
Let's get into it. I'm glad you agree with me. That's good. And I also can't wait to hear what your sort of like thesis statement is.
Oh yeah.
As the film progresses.
Put on your tinfoil hats, ladies and gentlemen.
And for your candles as well.
Yes.
Because they can.
For tunneling.
You never know.
You
never know.
But then you know.
Right? So this film is directed by Gerard Johnstone.
Depardieu?
Yeah. Depardieu.
Mm.
And produced by the likes of James Wan, who I love, who does the Insidious and Saw franchises, which is just like saves them for the rest of us, James.
Right.
And then Blumhouse, which
is it Bloom or Blum?
Comment below.
Huh.
We've given both options.
I go with Blum.
Blumhouse. Blum.
Okay.
Blum, 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 blum. Which does Insidious and all those other good ones too. What else did they do?
Did he do what's it called? We were just talking about it.
Not Saw.
Gabriel.
Oh my God, yes, Malignant. I think
he did Malignant.
The woman who wrote it, Akilah Cooper, wrote Malignant, which
that movie. We might have to do. I know we talked about it a lot on a podcast.
We have
but
to, it's worth.
We have to go in depth because it like the reaction I had to that movie was similar to this.
Right. Okay, so we start this movie off.
Oh, it goes right into the infomercial.
Goes right into it.
What are they called? The perpetual pets with those teeth.
A commercial of basically these like kind of like evil looking Furbies that you work with like an iPad.
Yeah, you just like use the iPad to control
and they're just like, wow.
They just like shit themselves constantly and have like human baby teeth.
Yeah, which is always unsettling.
The perfection, what's it called? Perpetual pet.
Perpetual pet
was not it for me.
No,
and it was like pubes. They looked like pubes.
Yeah, it wasn't. And apparently it was very expensive, as we find out. Like,
yeah, but it was like very popular.
Yeah, it was. It's not for me. It's missing something. It's missing a cuteness factor.
Yeah, exactly. It's the teeth.
It was creepy. Yeah, the teeth were. It's funny how a set of human teeth will just absolutely fuck something up.
Absolutely. It should have been larger teeth. If they insisted on the teeth, it should have been larger teeth.
Do you think that, like, in the animal kingdom, human teeth might be the creepiest teeth? I'm not saying scariest or sharpest, but just, like, bizarre.
How about, like, those, not even x-ray, I guess x-rays and, like, skulls of children who have not lost their teeth yet?
Oh.
And their adult teeth are, like, in their gums.
Well, like, my wisdom teeth are stuck sideways in my face. And whenever I see, like, you know, when you get the thing when they do an x-ray, which always hurts so much.
Does it?
Biting on that?
Oh, yeah, because, like, your mouth is so small, so does it hit, like, the back?
Oh, it absolutely.
Because it hits for me in my mouth.
It cuts me, Alaina.
It's like getting a fucking pap smear in your mouth.
It is. It hurts so bad. They, like, bite down. I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
you're like the one tear
like, yes. No, I'm always crying. Just
the vacuum
general.
is like,
oh, I'm like, I have a freakishly small mouth.
But big teeth. Which is just my type.
Which is just
so they actually should have modeled the teeth off of your teeth on the what's it called? I can't remember it.
Pets.
There you go. It's not a good product. It's speaking of product.
But the point is that when I ever see the x-ray and I see those teeth just floating around like in my face.
How crazy is that?
Very unsettled.
I bet they're so soft.
What are they? Ew!
Are they?
No. They're fucking bones, you
They're
bitch.
fucking teeth.
I bet they're so
I thought maybe they were cooking in there or something. You're very red. Are you okay? Do you need a fan?
That was so ridiculous. I bet they're so like snot. I bet they're so soft.
Is that a no?
What? I really hope not. Oh,
you
my
know what?
God.
We'll never know.
Oh.
I hope we never know.
Oh my God, you're gonna kill me. We haven't even started the movie yet. So we're good in a family. Family of 3. Mother, father. Father's driving. They're driving up some snowy cliff. I don't even know.
Yeah, the side of a mountain or something.
And there's a little girl in the back, about 9 years old, with a perpetual pet.
Yeah.
And the perpetual pet is just farting and laughing.
Yeah, he's like...
Yeah, that's all he's doing.
He's like, does he say he shits his pants?
He's literally like, I poop.
Yeah.
Like, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's what my perpetual pet would be doing. Just farting.
I think they all do that.
So...
My perpetual pet was a Tamagotchi.
My perpetual pet is my 16-year-old dog who will never die, named Molly. Almost 16. Knock on wood. Daga Lacey. And so her parents are kind of like fighting about like dumb shit, screen time.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
They're just like millennials.
Long story short, there's snowy roads and they can't see. And they get basically hit by a truck.
This leads
it
to
looks
that.
like.
Yeah, it happens really fast.
And then that's the end of that scene. And then we cut to like some sort of corporation called Funky. Like
Funky.
Funki. And we see Brian Jordan Alvarez from TikTok fame come walking by. This product. If you guys haven't seen his TikTok, he does a bunch of characters that Alaina and I are constantly referencing.
You know, like the existence of Brian Jordan Alvarez in this movie is just like the first indication. It's like it just gives you, it tells you the whole time what it is.
This movie is gay.
See, like this, he's in this.
This movie is orientated gay.
Yeah, like not bros. M3GAN.
M3GAN is exactly.
Yeah.
Bros is somehow straight.
It is.
I don't know how I got the math. Like, I can't show you, like, the work I did. Yeah. But that answer that I got was that it's, like, not as, like, no, it's just not.
You know how, like, Fever Pitch, the movie, like, normalizes baseball?
Sure.
That's what Bros does for gays. For being gay.
Okay. Did baseball need to be normalized?
For me, yes. As a gay.
And for me, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's a cross promotion for the gays in the streets.
Yeah.
I understand. All right. That would be 2 sheets in the wind.
From before. Is it 2 or 3?
3 sheets.
Mine's 2.
2 shifts.
Mine's 2 shifts.
Yeah, exactly.
In the wind.
So we see Allison Williams, who just her body of work is getting better and better.
I love this for her.
I also love that when the Nepo baby thing came out, she was literally like, yes, I am a Nepo baby.
How hard was that?
No one's saying you don't get to be famous.
Like, that's all we want.
No one's saying, like, we don't need you to be
You're not talented.
Right.
Like,
no one's saying you didn't work hard. We're just saying like, the reason you got the job is because that's your family business.
Can you just acknowledge that?
That's fine. It's just, I'm not saying there weren't other Nepo babies that you were going up against.
Right. Okay, that's the thing.
Right.
Like, is that like their competition is other Nepo babies at this point.
And then like the 1 or 2 people that get like rocketed into outer space.
Right.
But like,
if you're like a regular person,
you're less likely to be
You have to like work a job and audition and blah, blah, blah. And find healthcare somehow.
Watch out.
Meanwhile, Apple Martin is just fucking Apple Martining into places.
Right.
She was on the cover of People when she was like born.
Right.
So,
you know,
I've known about her this whole time.
Right. And Allison
I don't know about regular anybody.
Allison Williams is like the only Nepo baby that was like, I agree.
Yeah.
And we were just like, cool.
And then
that's it.
And then she became, for some reason that I love, a horror camp queen.
Right. Which I just absolutely love. So she's a toy designer.
LOL.
At Funky.
And this character is so preposterous. I absolutely love it.
Oh, me too.
It's what I think Elon Musk thinks tech companies run like.
Like this movie?
This whole like company
some
and like this girl.
Like, an 8-month grow out of an ombre.
Yeah, balayage.
And like she got her hair done really well 8 months
Yeah.
ago.
She spent $600
Right.
on it.
And then in about a year and to the date, she'll do it again.
And she like hated it at first. She thought it was too short.
It's too short. It's too short.
Oh,
it needs to settle. And that's why she took so long.
Absolutely. And she's not going to go for another 2 years.
And then when they go to get it, they're going to have to cut it that short again because of the amount of breakage. And it's just a cycle.
It is.
People, just get regular trims, all right? Yep. That's what our platform has always been.
Absolutely. Put that on a shirt.
Get regular trims. So they start unboxing a robot, and we get the impression that they're not supposed to be doing this. Like, they're supposed to be working on something else.
Yeah, they're like supposed to be working on like a cheaper perpetual pets, right? Because their competition came out with one.
Exactly. So they're like unboxing this robot, and they put like this like really expensive.
They get this like
silicone face on it.
It's already disturbing.
And
I already don't want it.
It's like malfunctioning already. The boss comes in and catches them and is like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to be working on a cheaper perpetual pet because there's like a competitor or whatever." Mm-hmm. And she basically lets it slip that perpetual pets was never the product that she was trying to make. It was always this like robot thing that she's working on.
Right.
Because she's been using the perpetual pets to listen to children.
This was a throwaway line.
It was a throwaway line that I didn't catch on the first watch.
Me neither. There was a lot of stuff that I caught.
And the second watch, I was like, that is sinister as hell. So they are using the perpetual pets, the Furbies, in homes of children to like mimic their speech patterns.
So to
like algorithmically like AI
just like collect data about children. And there's so many little like throwaway lines throughout this movie that are calling out like invasive tech and like how people
Google Homes, Siri.
Like did you catch like we're gonna bounce all around, I suspect.
Yeah.
But like the scene where the neighbor's getting killed.
Sure.
And
Spoiler alert.
There's like screaming and shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, or is it when the dog bites the kid?
Yeah.
And she screams and she had like her headphones on.
Yeah.
But like while this was happening, something on her computer was like, you're gonna get ads with your subscription, blah blah blah. And it was just like things like that throughout the movie where it's like, oh, she's got a subscription here, or she can't read her a book because she has to re-download the app. Like,
yes, there's so much.
It's
of
like
that.
how dependent we are on it.
Yes, exactly. It 100%.
It's crazy.
This movie was telling us a lot of different things.
It was a mirror.
It was
in our face.
It was just saying, society, take a harder look.
Yeah. Big time.
M3GAN's coming to town.
Yeah, this is the 1984 of our generation is M3GAN.
Yes, exactly. Which is also the 1984 of always.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically she lets it slip that she's been building M3GAN, and he's like, M3GAN, which stands for Model 3 Generative Android.
The name M3GAN Jocelyn.
Oh, it couldn't be more perfect.
Like, they could have picked any name, and they picked M3GAN, and it was the right choice.
It just makes sense. It's so...
When you hear your family.
When you hear your family. It's perfect.
One of my closest friends is named M3GAN, and it's just so funny to me. Like, it suits her so much, but it doesn't.
It's because she's a Scorpio, and this movie is a Scorpio in many ways.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the M3GAN that they've just kind of like crudely put together glitches because Brian Jordan Alvarez, whose name I refuse to learn.
It's hard.
Yeah. Will only use his government name because I can't remember the character at all. Kurt? I don't have no idea what it was. Well, maybe I wrote it down later.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't. But he forgot the polypropylene barrier.
Wow.
And then M3GAN explodes.
How dare she explodes.
She bursts into flames, which is sort of a storytelling, it's foreshadowing of many things to come.
Yeah, it's a literary tactic.
And we got that? God.
Oof.
You did. I didn't.
Because I got my tongue snipped this year.
Yeah, well.
That's another story if you're
another,
just tuning in.
That's for another.
Can we talk about how Allison Williams drives the ugliest car?
What was her car?
It's like some electric BMW, like, box feet, like, what are those? Not the... What was the Scions? Remember the Scions?
Yeah. What was the one with the hamsters in it?
That's it, the Scion.
Yeah.
The Scion box.
No offense if you guys have a cube car, but I have questions about it.
Yeah, tell me why.
Aerodynamically, what's the
what's the choice?
It's very Y2K to me. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to know more about them.
That choice.
The cube cars.
I feel like people who drive cube cars have sidekicks.
Okay, but like the sidekick slapped.
Yeah, it did.
So
I didn't have one personally.
Maybe there's something about this.
Did you ever have one?
I didn't because I'm not a slut. I'm absolutely kidding.
I
No,
know.
I did not have one, but I really wanted one. Like my sister and I like shared a cell phone until we were like 26. Like, no, but we like shared a cell phone like until like I went to college, and it was like an Ericsson brick that like my mom got free from work.
Did you get like the faces on it?
Eventually, I think we got faces, and then we all
Ericsson.
got like little Nokia bricks. And,
Yeah, well, I actually like would go back to that.
right?
I like that one. I would put it on my crossbody.
The good old days.
Degrassi
Like
cell phone
Velcro,
thing, yeah.
one-sided backpack. We can't stop watching Degrassi, which we'll have to maybe do a podcast about because I'm literally obsessed.
We have to like tear ourselves away from the television.
The way
to do
that
this
they end
podcast.
those shows it's like mid-sentence, and
It'll be like,
I have to tell you guys, I scream every fucking time.
It's just like ding.
Yeah,
ding,
it'll be like,
ding.
well, I didn't know that, Jimmy, and I just go,
Yeah,
and I scream because I cannot believe where they shoot. They just are like
Yeah.
end scene.
Stop. God, I love that
Like
show.
it's as if we're just getting these cuts of life, and
I know.
they're not theatrically preparing this for us. It's just we're here, we're at Degrassi.
We are the perpetual pests just
Degrassi
spying
Middle
on them.
School?
Day school.
Day school, DDS.
Dentist?
Okay, so wait.
Yeah, another thing
Yeah,
is so when she goes home,
Yeah.
we hear that she has an Elsie,
yes,
which is
is
the
like
Amazon or the Alexa.
It's the Alexa. It's called an Elsie.
Which is like, I don't know how someone can have that.
No, I've never had that.
Isn't
I
it
never want
scary?
that.
It's always listening, I'm
No.
sure.
I mean, everything else I have is listening to me. I don't need one other thing listening to me.
How about
It's
like
scary.
how about when that thing was happening where people were hacking them and like talking through them into people's houses?
How about the rings getting hacked too? You know,
That's scary.
hackers.
That shit's scary.
So wait, so she's at work. Katie,
Mm-hmm.
not Katie, Gemma, who's
Mhm.
Allison Williams.
Mhm.
She gets a call from the ER. Katie, who's the little girl,
Yeah.
her parents died in that accident, and now Gemma has full custody of her, I guess, not very close
Yeah, they seem
sister's,
estranged.
Yeah, child. So, that's a huge life change for this android designer,
Big time.
this
single-
artificial intelligence toy designer
Yeah.
who lives alone.
Who might
with
have autistic traits.
Yes, lives alone with her
Like me.
collectibles. Yes. And yeah, so it's going to be an interesting ride.
An interesting duo. Imagine the comedic take on this movie.
Yes, exactly. We come home from the hospital with Katie and Gemma
And like her luggage.
and her luggage, so much stuff. This kid had a lot of stuff with her.
She has cool jackets.
Yeah, she had like a bow and arrow set.
yeah.
She like pretends to be like a Celtic warrior at some point. Like, this is an interesting child. And I think they let it slip right away that she has never gone to school. She's only ever been homeschooled,
Yeah.
which is just like,
Props.
who could blame you at this point?
I wish.
I want to be homeschooled now.
Same.
Am I homeschooled?
I'll homeschool you. Wow, that's hard.
That could have been sexual, but you didn't deliver it well. So I was just like for like the video, I didn't know.
Well, I'll just pack my stuff
We're
up
gonna
and go.
have to maybe that OnlyFans career is not gonna happen.
It was never in my chart.
My OnlyFans would literally be like, "Do you guys want to watch me do a puzzle?"
Exactly.
Like with a
In my nighttime jammies?
sweatpants
Yeah.
on for 3 nights.
While I watch Degrassi.
Yeah.
And like let my tongue hang out.
And
you're just like,
yeah, exactly. So Gemma has an annoying neighbor with a dog that's really
Mhm.
annoying. She shows her around the house and she lets her know that her toys that she sees are collectibles and they're not toys.
mhm.
And Gemma just like doesn't seem very prepared for this because she's a very like particular person. Like
yeah, she's like been on her own for a minute.
coasters, like she likes it how she likes it.
Yeah.
And Katie is just like she really needs
Upset.
some connection, and like her mommy and daddy just died. Like she's really sad and like
Yeah.
introverted.
That's like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I mean,
I want a M3GAN for that.
yeah, exactly. We find out at some point throughout this that M3GAN only cost $100,000 to develop.
I don't know.
Absolutely fucking not.
Absolutely not.
There is no way it only cost.
How much are they even paying Allison Williams?
Right. That's not possible.
Like what?
No.
Just her salary. Like how much are like,
Right.
that's a legitimate question.
Because when we find out the scope of like what the M3GAN is, like there's just no way.
it's all what's it called? Intellectual property,
right,
basically.
Right, exactly. Is it owned by Funky because it was
Yeah,
developed while she
probably.
works there?
But like other than that, she's titanium.
Save it because it's my favorite part of the movie.
Also, like, imagine if they launched M3GAN with a not traumatized girl. What would have happened?
Would they've just been like mean girls together and taken over the world?
Interesting.
Well,
That's like an interesting thought.
We'll see.
You know what I mean?
Well, because I think we're going to find out. Because M3GAN tells us exactly what she does and how she would be. We could do the math for anything.
Okay.
So Lydia, the therapist, shows up. And
who's obviously Australian.
Yeah, like she's like, hello, I'm Hadel. Is M3GAN here? It's like half American.
Yeah.
And it's like,
with pants.
Back to the drawing board. These pants that this woman shows up in are just...
They're offensive to therapists, I would say.
I think it's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
To anybody with legs or not legs. Just anybody.
Just anybody.
People.
With, yeah.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, just that in general. Katie's paternal grandparents, we find out, will also, like, take custody. Like, it was so loosey-goosey. Like, it's basically like, if you don't want her, I guess we'll take her. Like,
but, like, they should have just taken her.
But, I don't know. Because, like, she keeps saying that they live in Jacksonville, and she's, like,
well, you know who's in Jacksonville?
Who?
Bella.
Bella. Oh, yeah. Well, the stepmom.
From Twilight.
From Twilight. Bella's mom and her husband live in Jacksonville, guys. Don't forget.
So she went for the weekend.
It always comes back to Twilight.
Yep. Absolutely.
Think about that.
How about that woods scene in M3GAN?
Okay.
Very Twilight.
It's giving Twilight. It's everywhere.
It is. It's amongst us.
Yes. That's the meta statement for this entire brand in general. Bijou Candles.
Twilight is that the air we breathe.
Everywhere.
Wow, I can't talk.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I got it for you.
Thank you.
I picked that one
Everything,
up.
everywhere, all at once.
Yes.
Twilight.
Twilight. By Bijou Candles.
Yeah.
Now that's a collab.
Yeah, it is. Hit us up.
So Gemma basically has this pressure from Lydia to like get it together, otherwise the grandparents are going to try and take her. So she's like, "No, I want to have her." For some reason, that's
what the mom wanted. She said.
Mm-hmm.
For some, I don't like. Did she? I don't know.
So then there's like a confusing table scene where at first I was like, I don't get this, because she's like, "Hey, Katie, I gotta go to work. I've been hanging out with you a lot." Like, I know
basically.
Right. But I was like, does she have to go somewhere? No, she's just going into the garage.
Yeah, that took me a second as well.
I was like, just be like,
I'll just be down the hall,
to the garage.
is what she said.
Right.
I was like, oh. I thought she was going to, like, leave her at home by herself.
Yeah, it's not like I was like, that's not a good idea. She's 9. Her parents just died. And
yeah, but I guess, like, her garage work area is, like, very off limits, it feels like.
Yeah, because, well, we see what she's doing in there. And
what a funny way to say that.
I mean,
what are you doing in there,
She's
Gemma?
actually making mistakes.
Yeah, she's like up to some business. That like she's
like,
being naughty.
She's got like a bunch of androids in there.
She's not thinking about the consequences of her actions.
There is no cause and effect with this woman. She's just like, what if there was a robot that could literally regulate your emotions for you, so that if you didn't have it, you would lose your fucking mind.
Yeah, and then murder anyone who tries to change your mind at all.
Its main directive is to keep you safe.
Yeah. That seems pretty arbitrary.
I mean, those maths are mathing.
Yeah, that's like, up to interpretation, isn't it?
How many times have we heard of stories, be careful what you wish for?
Do you know what, though? Like, the one objective of M3GAN is to keep Katie safe, or whoever safe. Mm-hmm. Like, that's not like, the human, animalistic
I know, that's
survival mechanism.
That's my theory.
Like, it's just modeled after exactly what we are. We've
it's
just
modeled
like
after.
We're domesticated.
No, it's literally It's literally modeled after exactly what parents do and should do, which is to protect their children. But like, she's playing by people's rules.
Yeah,
and we'll find out what that looks like.
I mean, if you like think all the way back to the beginning of like humans,
or animals in general.
Yeah, but like
protective
humans,
mothers.
or not even mothers, just like tribal, like
right.
You just murder anyone that comes across you.
Yeah.
And like,
we're predators.
Exactly.
How? I just want to go to bed.
Right? I don't have that.
I just want to like.
Are we we're the hunter gatherer ones?
Yeah, I'm like, berries.
Yeah, me too.
Shiny
berries
water.
And cream. Exactly. Wheels on my feet.
And wind in my hair.
2 shifts to the wind.
2 shifts to the wind. So she shows Katie's like, what are you doing? Katie like comes in and is like, what's going on in here? And she shows her this big, huge android she built called Bruce.
Yeah. Bruce is hot.
Yeah, Bruce is a
Bruce can get it.
Yeah. And he's a proxy robot, which means she has to like wear gloves to like use him as a proxy.
God, you like memorized this movie. Good job.
Carry the one.
It's so funny to me that Bruce is like so much cuter than M3GAN.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't have like an uncanny valley creepy face. But basically, she's like, "What do you think of Bruce?" And Katie's like, "If I had a toy like Bruce, I don't think I'd ever need another toy again."
Like, what a thing to say.
And then she's like, "I'm gonna remake M3GAN." So then there's like a making M3GAN montage where she's at home, like
her dopamine starts just fucking
perfecting
flowing.
her, and then she brings her in, and they're airbrushing her skin, and like
it seems like it was like an all-nighter.
It looked like
did it take longer than that?
I mean, I think it took 7 years. Like, how could it
be?
Right,
like that's why I say that this is like what Elon Musk thinks is like making a tech company.
It's preposterous. It's preposterous.
And there's no way it doesn't cost more than a fucking like jet, like an airplane.
Right? It
should
has
cost,
to be a private jet. It's got to cost like.
I imagine you're marketing this to billionaires.
Well, when I thought about like how much it would cost if it was a toy, like my brain was like, the least it could cost is like $55,000 to $65,000.
Yeah, me too.
And when we find out like what she thinks it's gonna cost, I think she said something ridiculous.
$10K.
I was like, absolutely not.
Like, that's ridiculous.
There's no way that this thing is $10,000. No way.
Absolutely
ever.
not. With
no.
that, no. It has like a human brain.
What world?
Like,
no
is like
way.
Evan Rachel Wood from Westworld $10,000?
No, she's probably like millions of dollars. Right. Unbelievable.
That's preposterous.
There's been a lot of price stuff here that I'm just like, stop lying to us.
I know.
This is not what things are. No. So
maybe they're making it with like slave labor on the moon or something.
Okay, well.
So it's like negative labor costs.
In the past.
Yeah.
She built a time machine to make it for cheaper.
Yeah.
Like that's the level that we're at.
Yeah, maybe she did.
So Katie comes in to meet M3GAN at the funky offices in this like weird child like protective services room that they have.
Yeah.
It's like a very weird like.
Yeah. A little bit drive myself crazy / kid observatory.
It was.
I guess it makes sense for a toy company, but it's still very
unsettling
creepy
to me. I don't like.
It had like a Kubrick vibe
children.
to me a little bit.
No, I don't like it. I don't like a single room set up for children
with like a theater attached.
I don't like it.
No,
it just made me uncomfortable, and that's the world we live in. So she meets M3GAN, and Katie pairs with M3GAN. So it's like they pair with one person, like a chihuahua, and
or like Avatar.
Them at all.
Oh, a chihuahua.
Yeah, it's kind of like a chihuahua. They pick one.
If they had just made M3GAN a chihuahua, I would have been so on board.
Okay, that might have been a really good perpetual pet.
And I think we should get a chihuahua and name it M3GAN.
I think that would be perfect.
How she said yes.
M3GAN.
Isn't it weird how like desensitized kids are to tech?
Oh my god, right? She's literally like, "Hi, M3GAN." Where I would literally be like,
I'd be like,
First of all, she has that uncanny valley look, which is that phenomenon of like primates have it. All primates, including us. And like
who me?
Schmois.
I'm a primate.
And it's literally like when something like looks non-human like, we think it's cute, that's fine. And then it starts to look closer to human, and then it's in the danger zone. And then when it looks like a human, we're good.
Like,
but
what's
there's
happening
that
in our
little
brain?
Valley where it's not.
It's like those moths that have wings that look like eyes, and we're just like, wait a second.
It's like, kill it.
Yeah.
It's like an instinct that to be afraid of it, and
we're just animals, huh?
Should be. So
remember that gallery exhibition we went to see in the city? Was it? It was like at the New Museum or something, or was it a gallery with like that woman dancing? It was like a robot woman.
Alaina, it freaks me out so much. The thing where she's like on the mirror going up and down.
Wasn't she like her attached to like something?
Yeah, she's
like
attached by like her front. You guys, it's like the robot android. You guys know what it is.
Yeah,
like the art installation. And it's so scary.
Yeah, it was really freaky. But like it's like this.
But I like it. Like it makes me feel like how I like horror movies.
Like how I like M3GAN.
Because there's something wrong with me. All right.
So why does M3GAN dress like she lives in the penthouse of the plaza?
I think M3GAN dressed like she's in a North Korean correctional facility.
Yeah.
So, like what the color is giving.
Yeah, it could be very old country as well.
Okay, which name one, any of them.
Mm-hmm.
The outfit is weird. Yeah.
It's such a bizarre choice to me.
It's super weird.
And one of her stipulations is that she has to go to dry bar every morning.
Yeah. Honestly, she's snatched. She looks gorgeous.
She's getting her hair done more than Gemma is. Let's just say.
Absolutely. She's put the mom, has to take a back seat. M3GAN's her baby.
Yeah.
So the boss is obsessed. they talk about manufacturing costs.
No, he's obsessed when he sees the drawing happen. The painting.
Yeah, tell us about the drawing.
So she's like takes a highlighter. In front of Katie, and she starts being like drawing. She's like, I don't even know what she's saying because I'm so mesmerized by like what she's doing. And then it doesn't look like she did anything. And then a cup of water spills on it. She
spills it.
Yeah, and it reveals this beautiful watercolor portrait of Katie, high detail.
Yeah.
Allison Williams could fucking do that.
Yeah,
she made that.
Well, yes, women in tech.
Is she? Wow.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's Stephen Hawking of toys.
No, it's more like engineering, isn't it?
I think it's a lot of shit.
What is it?
Software? Internet. It's like CSS.
World Wide Web. Working on my live journal.
Boop, bop, beep, boops.
Yeah, exactly.
HTML.
Yeah, exactly. And the boss is like, whoa! And then he says they're going to kick Hasbro right in the dick. Yep. And M3GAN has to come home with them because they're going to, like, greenlight this project because the only way M3GAN can get better and they can make the technology better is if she's with Katie 24/7.
Yeah, and, like, learning off of her, basically.
What a terrible idea. Did you just turn pages at the same time as me?
Wow. Do we have the same note? Imagine if we had the same notes.
Do you think we have the same notes?
No.
I bet they're extremely similar.
Yeah.
Tay and the Ween, baby.
Yep, absolutely. These are hard to follow, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. I almost just want to, like, push through because it's so much details.
Yeah.
Let's just get through. There's so much that happens. M3GAN's on the constant quest for self-improvement. That's a terrible idea.
Which is, like, basically what humans are.
Right? And we find out through this, like, montage that she basically is, like, trying to make Katie a better person and protect her and take care of her. And she's, like, make sure that Katie gets everything she needs. Like, she helps Katie remember to flush the toilet.
Which is a thing.
You know, she's, like, always there for her. She's kind of, like, making sure she does all of her things while Gemma, like, kind of
She basically is her perfect parent. She's her parent.
Yeah, like,
she's taken the role.
Doesn't need to sleep.
I mean, I could imagine a lot of parents would want this.
Yeah, but until you think about it for 1 fucking second, Allison Williams.
She wasn't thinking about it.
Like you couldn't think for 1 second how this could go bad.
I feel like you learn that in, like, tech school, with whatever that is.
Isn't there, like, they should have a class that's, like, ethics in tech?
Yeah, I think there is. I actually think that exists.
Is that a class?
Because it's, like, philosophy, isn't it?
I mean, kind of.
This is, like, how superhero movies start. You know what I mean? Like,
throughout this, like, whole process, throughout this whole process, M3GAN is starting to do things like not turning off when she's supposed to be.
Yeah, she's already breaking some rules.
Yeah, and she, like,
which we love to see.
There's, like, one point where she's like, what is death? I will look it up. And she, like, gives the definition of death. And she's, like, starting to be, like, defiant and weird. And she scares me. But she's
going through her
beautiful
teen years.
And haunting. Isn't she kind of gorgeous in a way?
She actually looks like Aubrey Plaza. Like, that whole time I, like, kept seeing that sketch.
Oh, that's so funny.
Because, like, she looks just like her.
I just think she's, like, haunting. And
the eye color?
The eye color is, like, very spooky and gorgeous.
I love how she just, like, gets cuntier every time we see her.
Oh, she's
basically what
like,
she's doing.
Like, by the end of the movie, she's like,
yeah.
Like, she can't even handle everybody, which I like.
I agree with. I'm like team M3GAN.
Yeah, you go full team M3GAN,
which is, like, scary.
Because basically, we find out, like, all of her directives, and you're like, not for nothing, she's doing exactly what you told her to do.
Right.
You told her to constantly get smarter and better. You gave her full access to the World Wide Web, which we all know how that turned out in that Johnny Depp movie.
Reminiscence?
Yeah. Remember that?
I was thinking about that movie the whole fucking time.
They told us back in Reminiscence.
That's what it's called, right?
I think so. It's a terrible movie.
But, like, the point of it is interesting.
The point is, like,
the movie sucks.
He basically, like, plays this, like, guy who dies but uploads his consciousness to the internet.
He's, like, a tech genius guy.
And
which, like, isn't a thing.
And guess what? You can't do is you can't kill the internet.
Nope.
We didn't invent the internet.
No, we discovered
the internet. So
the internet, by the way.
The internet. How does it work?
That I don't get. Are they wires in the ground?
There are no numbers. There's letters.
That's like me in any math or science. I am not a STEM bitch. That was me in every STEM class of my whole school, of, like, ever. It was like, it's not numbers, it's letters.
Hey, Alaina. Nice stems.
That's an unequivocal sex invite.
So things aren't looking good for the neighbor's dog.
Oh yeah, I could barely follow. Like I can't watch the Dewey
Long
storyline.
story short, the neighbor's dog steals part of Katie's toy.
Bo,
and
Bo.
M3GAN goes to retrieve it, and the dog bites M3GAN, and then Katie
like
goes to
the
get
dog
M3GAN.
like attacks. He's like ripping her hair off.
M3GAN looks so pissed, even though she's just off.
Yeah,
she's literally just like
how like the indignity of it. Like she's somehow there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's present behind the eyes.
She had it's a near-death experience.
Yeah, an NDE for sure. And then the dog attacks Katie while
she
she's trying
bites
to get
Katie.
M3GAN, and then Katie has to go to the ER. M3GAN's like, her temperature is rising. We have to take her to the ER.
Oh my god, can you imagine the anxiety
like
machine that is M3GAN?
Oh my god.
Although I wish I had one for Molly, because someone could just tell me that it's her back that hurts. That's fine.
And somebody just pick her up at night and go, shh.
Right? And she's like,
right? And then
she's
like
very cute.
The M3GAN like won't let me have Molly, so I don't like that.
No, I don't like that.
M3GAN, stop.
M3GAN off.
M3GAN off. She's like,
that's not one of your directives.
and then she's like,
yeah.
So Katie goes to the ER, and she just gets like a bandage. It's whatever.
I think around this time I realized how much of a nightmare M3GAN's hands were.
Freaky.
They look like little rat human hands.
Little like plushy, rubbery,
with like nails.
Hot dog fingers.
Do you think they contemplated putting nail polish on it?
Absolutely.
I would like to see that take.
Isn't that a beautiful color? Something natural.
I would like to see it with the red.
She's a child.
Is she though?
Yeah,
her
she's
face
nothing.
is like not.
Yeah, she's like a mini Bratz doll.
That's the drag.
That's the drag of it. That's the fantasy bitch.
M3GAN is a drag queen.
Oh, she does a fucking lip sync for her life.
Like this
several times.
This movie is the story of a drag queen finding herself.
Yes, exactly. My chosen family.
Yeah, at the end of it, she's literally like.
So true. And then she does a death drop.
She actually does Jocelyn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for her first talent, she sang live. She sang Titanium.
She sings live. She can fully sing. She's also at this point like kind of like already judging Gemma as the second parent, like very much like giving him that Freudian slip.
Wow.
Giving her the stink eye and just being like, you don't have Katie's best interest in heart.
I mean, she's not wrong. She's literally like feeding her pizza and hot dogs.
Oh, and she's like, can you read me a story? And she's like, let me get
My
Audible.
phone.
Like, she like can't. No.
That's like me as a mom, 1,000%.
Right? So like, yeah, I was like, basically, I'm starting to like at this point develop my thesis, and I'm like, all M3GAN is doing is advocating for Katie hardcore and pointing out childism.
Yeah, big time.
Which is the mistreatment of children in society as a whole.
Yeah.
Just like
what we do to kids is like pretty
of children.
fucked up.
Like, it's funny, like people, I even growing up, like as like a girl who looked like, I looked like kind of like a young girl for like a minute, like into my 20s.
Yeah.
And like never really getting the respect ever, like just like, oh, you're just a little girl.
Totally.
Like that's childism.
Yeah.
Like
it's also misogyny.
It's a riddle wrapped in an enigma and cash.
Yeah.
But childism is totally
a
thing.
Cake.
It's like, it's disregarding people because of their age. It goes both ways.
Yeah. It's like you reach like a milestone and then all of a sudden you get respect.
Right.
For whatever reason.
For what? I haven't felt that one.
It's crazy to think like, because kids are really, in the way that we treat them like political pawns. Like,
interesting.
We don't fund their schools because we don't want them to be smart enough to make educated choices or think critically.
Right.
And why don't we fund schools properly?
Right.
It like makes no sense.
I mean, think about
the only argument against it is that.
Think about what kids have to deal with, like the fear of a gun being in their
Yeah,
school.
it's like so not fair.
Right. Childism is a huge problem, and the society at large does not care about children.
No.
And that's what M3GAN's here to say.
It's very American, I have to say.
Well,
it's better in Europe and other places.
It's giving M3GAN.
And other parts of the world.
I get that.
Well, if you literally need a piece of, that's the thing. Like, how far are we going to push tech? It's like the marriage of like capitalism and tech. Like, tech is meant to make our lives better, but like our lives are so terrible because of the systems that we live in. So these are just like band-aids after band-aids of like,
yes.
And then how far does it go? Like, at what point do we relinquish our full humanity for tech? Like,
oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Sometimes I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm so tired from having to do so many different things all the time in a capitalistic society just to survive that I would love to just like upload my consciousness so that my body could just like have a nice rest.
Right.
And that's, like, not like, I don't actually want that to happen, but, like,
The fact that you have to have that thought.
I've been like, wouldn't it be cool if I could just work without my tiredness?
Yeah.
What?
How awful is that?
It's very weird.
And then you try to, like, hack your body with, like, coffee and, like, whatever other substances we use to...
Yeah. I saw a thing today that was like, what meds are y'all on? Are some of y'all out here raw dogging the end of man?
Right?
How? Do 25 milligrams of Prestique. And...
Summer's Matthews.
So, yes.
Then so
yeah.
this is when we start to see shit go down.
Wait, I have to say this is like my favorite part is like M3GAN putting Katie to bed and she sings her a song.
Yeah.
And
she gets off her charging pad.
Yeah, she's like on a charging pad and M3GAN's like, help me, I'm sad. Or Katie is rather. And M3GAN comes and says, when she sings Titanium.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose. I am titanium.
But she's like,
oh yeah, and it's like the weird like robot-y sound,
yeah,
which I just really love.
The auto-tune-ness of it.
I said, holy fucking shit, M3GAN sings. I have the chills. It's just incredible.
Right? I like came when that happened.
Right? How about when... Oh, wait, is this when she sings Titanium? But this is also before that.
She does sing that other song that I don't know what that is.
No, but they basically do a presentation at the boss's, like, request in front of, like, all these potential buyers or...
No, the board. Like, the
board,
shareholders.
yes, the shareholders, that's right. Of whether or not we're going to go through with M3GAN. And it's, like, after M3GAN has been paired with Katie for a long time. So... Katie's, like, sad after the dog bite and all this and that. She misses her parents, and she, like, bursts into tears while she's behind that creepy glass in that weird child room.
And everyone's like, oh.
And M3GAN, like, does this, like, amazing thing where she, like, records Katie giving a memory of her parents and says she'll keep it in her heart and play it for her and sings a made-up song that I didn't recognize.
No, me neither.
But it was, like, precious, and, like, everyone is sobbing. Like, everyone is so touched by M3GAN.
Was that sweet to you? Like, I would not want that. I'm like, okay.
I
like,
wouldn't
I have
want
a recording
that,
of my own voice.
But Katie wanted it. And
in that moment?
because M3GAN knows exactly what Katie wants. Because they're paired. So Katie liked it.
Nice. All right.
And everyone cried. And they're like, great. M3GAN's a goddamn star.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take the lot.
And there's also this, like, other little subplot happening where the boss's right-hand man assistant is, like, a pedophile and, like, trying to, like...
Steal the tech
for M3GAN for, like, nefarious purposes.
That was, like, unnecessary, right?
Unnecessary, but he does get it in the end, so.
But, like, he could have just gotten it regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't really need the extra impetus for that. Lydia's back. And she starts talking about attachment theory. She's the therapist that's Aussie, but not.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, so, like, this is, like, really dangerous because, like, we're dealing with, like, what could be called, like, attachment theory. Like, after she lost her parents, like, if anything happens to M3GAN, like, she won't know how to, like, basically self-regulate.
Yeah.
And I was like, so no one thought to, like, during this, like, process of creating this thing to, like, maybe confer with a child psychologist?
Is that where we're at? Like, I don't know, like, how regulated shit is.
Right.
Like, can we just be putting out things that are just extremely harmful to people?
I mean,
like,
we lived through the 90s, and most of those toys, they didn't even fucking work, first and foremost. And I said that before, and I will say it again on this podcast. None of those toys ever worked. Ever. Nothing did. Nothing worked.
I feel like I had, like, a Mall Madness that, like, never worked.
Kitchen store?
Yeah.
Yeah, it never worked.
Is it just, like, a batteries thing?
I just
think we never had batteries.
We just didn't have the range. Okay.
No.
All right. They're like, if you put this at cold, it gets blue. No, it didn't. It never did. Oh, she really poops. No, she doesn't. The fucking paste gets stuck in her body, and then it molds, and you have to throw it away, baby alive.
R.I.P. More like baby dead.
Right? So, it's getting even worse. Katie wants to be homeschooled with M3GAN, and M3GAN is a monster, so that's a problem.
But, like, same.
And then I say, but is M3GAN really a monster, or is M3GAN just pointing out the downfall of parenting in the modern age? Just make this doll do all the work, and then when the doll acts like a protective parent, how can you blame it? Its only directive is to protect Katie, so, like, you know?
She's doing what you said.
Right?
That's what she's programmed to do.
Right.
Is what you said.
Yeah, so I'm doing what you told me.
From before.
Yeah. So Katie's like, I don't want to go to school, and Gemma's like, you gotta go to school. Let's go to this, like, outdoor alternative school.
Oh yeah, this place looks sick. Except it didn't. Because everyone sucked.
Yeah, so this, it was a very interesting sequence. We
Can
get
I
to
have a sip of your Diet Coke?
Of course, my
I have, like,
bride.
I have a little tickle in my throat.
Oh my god, absolutely. Well, I'll just set it up while you're taking a little sip
Thank
break.
you.
So we get to the school, and she doesn't want to leave without M3GAN, so M3GAN goes and sits with the toys.
The
which
shot
is
of
just
M3GAN sitting with the toys.
The indignity of M3GAN having to sit with
I
those
would like
toys.
get a tattoo of that shot.
She's literally just like...
It's unbelievable. It's like me in like economy classes on the plane. I'm just like...
You in the middle.
Yeah.
Just like dead inside.
Yeah.
Just want to let you guys know we always fly economy, so that is just how she
That's
flies.
real life.
Yes. So yeah, there's a little boy named Brandon there.
And his mom.
And his mom is like, he's just fine. He'll
He's
be
bigger
fine.
than all the boys.
She refuses to parent him.
She's like, they say that it's the sign of a high IQ.
He's like literally a
aggression.
sociopath.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And again, we're just seeing a downfall of parenting and how M3GAN is now, she's going to have to step in. Katie gets paired up with Brandon. And
Like, why would they do that?
Because of, like,
That's so fucked up.
Are they hazing her?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you put Brandon with the brand new,
cute
not
little...
M3GAN, Katie. I
Yeah.
keep calling Katie M3GAN because they're like, one and the same.
She put her ponytail into her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Katie and Brandon are out looking for chestnuts in the woods, part of this.
Chestnuts looking in the woods.
Not the 3-syllable woods.
If you can hit it.
You must have quit it. So I wrote, M3GAN isn't gonna like this. And then M3GAN shows up and she won't say anything because she's only paired with Katie.
But she's like, she's there.
She's 100% there.
Yeah,
Brandon
she's absolutely
she's
playing
pretending
dead.
to just
She's
be
playing
like
dead.
a mannequin, and Brandon picks her off and runs off with him.
Also, how much does she weigh? Right?
Okay.
Because, like...
Well, she's mostly head.
But isn't she, like, 100% titanium? Is that heavy?
I don't think it is. I think titanium is not heavy.
Oh, comment below.
Do you remember when Lieutenant Dan got his prosthetic leg, his new leg, and he was, like, titanium?
Mm.
I feel like it's, like, a really movable...
I guess that's what, like, my mom's hip is, isn't it?
Titanium. So he's like running away with M3GAN, and Katie's just like, Gemma, like screaming.
Yeah.
And M3GAN is absolutely allowing him to do this. And there's a really
She's taking it for a second.
really disturbing sequence with Brandon.
Yeah,
and
like
M3GAN.
what was he gonna do?
He looks like he's about to assault her.
Yeah.
Essay her.
Yeah.
And
he starts like slapping her in the face.
And like taking off her clothes. It's like very creepy. He sits on her.
Yeah, they really build up this moment, let's just say.
And I'm just like rooting for M3GAN, and she's like the hero of my life.
Don't you love it when movies do this, when they like really make someone yeah.
And like the thing is, like, when you start this movie, you're first like, bad idea, don't let M3GAN do that, to all of a sudden being like, M3GAN,
do that,
you go girl.
Yeah.
So she literally grabs his ear and rips it clean off his head.
Yeah, it's very stretchy. It like stretches a bunch.
It's a little Evil Dead kind of gag. Like,
it could have gone further. It could have gone further.
It's so funny. That's why this movie, where it succeeds, is that the gore factor, which is not very much.
It's like a 0,
yeah,
honestly.
It could have been.
It's like, honestly, it could be like PG.
They could have gone a tiny bit further with it.
Yeah.
Because it is super funny. But again, M3GAN is tidy, which you make a very good point.
Yeah.
She doesn't make a mess. She's very...
I'm trying to think of like a way around that, you know?
She's like an android. So like everything she does is extremely precise. Say that's in my AI portfolio. I look crazy. Not precise.
Oh no.
So then he runs, and she starts to run after him, and she gets herself into this like transformer. We got a transformer.
Oh my god. We got a transformer.
She's on all fours, galloping.
She gets on all fours.
She's grunting.
It was very Twilight.
Galloping through the woods. I was fucking screaming.
I was screaming. The first time we saw this, I was standing up.
We were just like grabbing each other.
I could not believe what I was seeing.
Screaming.
Oh god, I love this movie so much.
I do too. And then she basically he falls off into the road and gets hit by a car and dies.
And it's again very tepid, not gory at all.
No. No.
So did Gemma like code the running on all fours, or was that like a callback to like from before when we were like cavemen or something? Did we used to do that?
The all fours thing is maybe just like a little nod to those doggy ones that they use. You know those like dog robots that they make?
Yeah, like at Boston Robotics.
Yes, like I feel like it was giving that, and it's just like very creepy.
Or is it true that we actually it's better for us to run on all fours? Is that like a real thing that I've heard somewhere?
I don't know.
Because like if that's true, that means that she like read that somewhere when she was like,
and she was like, let me.
She was like, we are faster on all fours, so she like did that.
I was just amazed that like the joints that were built in her, she's that flexible.
I know. Just talk about like the actual engineering of this toy, regardless of the coding.
Quite remarkable. Just quite a toy.
Like
she moves exactly like
I love how it's like a person, but then it's just like
and the M3GAN is played by like 3 or 4 different stunt people.
And like a Foley artist.
Yeah. A Foley artist and then like CGI face.
Yeah.
So it must have been like a bunch of like petite women with like
I think it's like 10-year-old girls.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a precious. And it's green screen heads and they like do stunts.
I also think there are versions where they just wear the mask.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like the actual, like the ones where she's like dancing.
Oh, that's fun. It's a lot of fun.
How many M3GANs are we going to see this year for Halloween?
Not enough.
Fair enough.
And my favorite version is the one at the end. That's the one I would want to be.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I'll make us both M3GANs.
I want to be the bubble wrap M3GAN.
Yes. So they're looking for the dog. M3GAN obviously killed the dog.
They didn't show that. That's fine. I looked it up before as well.
Because we hate that. I hate when they kill dogs in movies. I literally don't like it. But for this movie, it was like, it's giving the bad seed. Like, it just needed to happen.
Like, she kills, like, rapists and, like, CEOs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you know, the dog could have been left out of it, but the neighbor's a fucking bitch. And you know that the neighbor's days are numbered. Her name is, like, Celia, maybe? Did I write it down?
That sounds right.
Doesn't matter. Because she's gonna die. M3GAN lures her, the neighbor, while she's like looking for the dog. She's like, Dewey!
Oh my god, the first Dewey.
Yeah.
It sounds like a robot.
Oh yeah, because when she lured the dog, she sounded like she can fake people's voices.
She does like deep fake voices.
Yeah.
Which is so scary. Which is something that exists now.
Yes. So
watch out.
No, I literally saw a TikTok that was like, warn all of your parents, because this happened to somebody, that a deep fake of his voice called them and asked them to wire $20,000 and they did. So people can deep fake you.
I think people are already suing people that are like using celebrity voices for shit too. I know.
We're in some weird territory. And M3GAN is just the first red flag.
And that's what the thing. That's why it's like 1984. We're gonna watch it now, and then like in whatever many years, we're gonna look back and be like, yeah, she called it.
Yep. Margaret Atwood told us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did the Dewey part remind you of Dua?
Yeah, I love that.
That's a deep RuPaul cut.
Yeah, that is. So she's now M3GAN is pretending to be the dog and lures the neighbor, and she kills her with
the power washer, which is the way to go.
Very inventive.
That seems very painful. I would hate that.
Terrible for the woman, but again, very clean.
Very clean.
Very clean for M3GAN. She just
and for us,
zip, zap, zop.
It cleaned it right up. There was like no blood.
Yeah, it was
all right. The way she appears in places too, like when she's about to kill someone, it's like she's like gonna do her VMA performance or something.
Like it makes Chucky look like an absolute.
Who?
Yeah. Who?
Not even the same. Not even to Dinner with the Kushners.
Not even to Dinner with the M3GAN is gonna Vogue the house down boots.
Absolutely.
Like, M3GAN is
M3GAN 2024.
She's got like 40 inches. Like
she's got 40 inches.
Like she's
a child
for her legacy.
Yeah. On the all-winter season.
Yes. And you better not block her.
She made that outfit.
Yeah, she has 800 legendary legend stars, and she'll kill you with all of them.
Like a fucking ninja.
Yeah, exactly. Because she just downloaded that. Because that's what she can do.
She knows kung fu.
Yeah, she knows everything. The Matrix. Okay, so wait, where are we now? So the neighbor is dead.
How funny is that detective character, by the way?
Yeah, there's
that could like be a whole nother storyline.
Some like sloppy detective.
Yeah.
This like actor who's in it for like 2 seconds. He did his work though.
He absolutely
did. Full story. He's like, is he eating an apple?
Yeah.
And he's like,
He went to the Mr. Cousineau School of Acting.
Oh,
the Henry Cousineau School of Acting.
Is that a Barry reference?
Yeah.
Very nice. So they're like, hey, your neighbor's dead, and you've been involved in 2 murders this past week.
No, he says something about like, oh, we found the ear in the woods. Well, sorry to laugh.
She's like, what murders? She's like, wasn't that an accident? He's like, no, we found an ear.
Yeah.
So now she's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's M3GAN.
And isn't M3GAN like watching from inside?
Yeah, M3GAN's like just in the window.
Collecting all the evidence.
Waiting for her Amazon package.
Right? She is the Amazon
She's
package.
like, I just ordered it.
She's like, Elsie!
So now Gemma's like, okay, something's wrong with M3GAN. We need to talk about
M3GAN.
Exactly. So
hold on.
My notes are extensive.
Yeah, this is hard. Oh yeah, so Gemma lays in bed wondering if she created a murderer.
Yeah, and it's
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
So she goes to her computer and she starts to look for video feed from M3GAN to see if like she recorded murdering any of these.
She's supposed to record everything.
Right. Did you catch that on the desktop of this computer there is a folder called M3GAN Hair? This movie.
I would love to see.
This movie.
That is so funny. I did not see
It's just like pictures of like Amazon wigs.
Oh, I love that so much. It's like a Pinterest board.
Absolutely.
Secret.
Oh yeah,
it's
board. Locked.
Yeah. And she realizes when she goes to look for these files of like when she was supposed to have been in the woods with Katie, they're deleted.
They were erased.
And
they cannot be found.
Not only are erased, all of a sudden like M3GAN turns off the computer and she like overtakes the LC.
Yeah, she has hacked the LC.
She closes her laptop and M3GAN's standing right there.
I think the moment we discover that M3GAN has hacked Elsie is where that's where I'm like, I'm out. I'm moving to Siberia.
I don't even,
Get away. I don't want any tech around me.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the woods.
Horrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. No, for real. The minute she was in the Google Home, I was Google
because like
gone.
then she could do that to anything, can't she? She drove that Corvette.
Yeah, she can do anything. Have you ever wanted so bad? Have you ever that you could do anything?
Wait, so like the possibility for like the M3GAN sequel,
yes,
like
which is absolutely happening.
Oh yeah,
I saw that it's happening.
Yeah, like they could take it into 5 years from now, where it's like Terminator territory.
What if it's a precursor to Terminator?
It like might be. I have that as a note.
Let's get James Cameron in on this.
Call Jim.
Are we going? We can't go into water because you know what happens. She's an electronic
with tech.
So she's basically like has to trick M3GAN into turning her off because they like get into an altercation.
Yeah.
Like she's like, M3GAN, look at this pen, and it's like some sort of like, you know.
That's the last time that's gonna
tech
work.
Pen, right?
It was like a stylus for a fucking drafting table.
Yeah, I don't know how she got her to do that. So she turns her off and wraps her up in the bubble wrap, which is what Alaina was referring to, and like shoves her in the car. And it's the day of like the big
the reveal.
Like,
her reveal.
The reveal, like the media knows about it. Like this is the product launch.
There's like videos and shit.
And she's like, we can't launch this because Gemma wants to shut it down. She's like, we got to shut it down. In the meantime, Katie is so addicted. Katie cannot self-regulate her emotions at this point.
No.
So without M3GAN, she is literally losing it.
Yeah.
She is like, unwell. Like her brain is making no good chemicals.
No.
She needs M3GAN. It's absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, she's like losing her mind.
Like she's literally like becoming violent. She's like kicking.
Yeah, she like slapped Gemma.
Yes.
In front of the therapist.
The therapist is there. She like takes out scissors to stab the therapist.
Yeah, that's when Gemma comes in. And then like that's when they have that conversation where she's like,
she has a heart to heart.
Maybe you should be feeling these feelings. Because like she says that M3GAN helps her not feel bad feelings.
Right.
And Gemma's like, maybe you should be feeling these feelings, like this happened to you.
Like
and
you
it's like
have
awful.
To, right.
And that goes back to like what I'm saying. Like,
yep.
How far will tech go?
Right.
Will it replace our humanity?
Right.
Wow.
Processing difficult emotions is why the universe is having a human experience, maybe.
I read this article in The Atlantic the other day called, the title of it was We've Lost the Plot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically about how like media has like completely consumed us and we can't tell the difference between like reality and I guess like sensationalized reality.
Yeah.
At this point, like,
yes,
almost nothing is legitimate unless there's like a docuseries made about it.
Oh my god.
like immediately after something happens, there's like 800 docuseries about it, and it's like, what's even true about it? Like, did it even happen? And it's like prophesized in all like 1984 and like Ray Bradbury, like Fahrenheit 451, and like all these books about like the dystopian future kind of like have this kind of version of media play out this way. Yeah. Like the way it's happening right now.
Yes. Like, exactly.
Like, there's no distinction.
No. Right? So, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
For the family.
It, like, referenced TikTok videos of people making their Amazon delivery, people dance in their Ring cameras.
Oh, my
And it's, like,
God.
that's, like, entertainment.
That's,
Right?
Wow. That is, like, so deep.
Yeah.
I have to find my token to get out of this dream.
Right? Where's my little dreidel?
That's absolutely bizarre.
Yeah.
When you put it that way.
Back to M3GAN.
Yes.
And then the video of the CEO says this is the most important or the greatest technological advancement since the automobile. And it's like, how many things and people has the automobile killed?
Okay. A car is a weapon.
And then you think about, like, so much of our innovation comes from, like, war.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We're doing great.
Destruction.
Yeah.
So it's like innovation and destruction go hand in hand.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. Dr. Drew.
Cellar door.
Cellar door. Cellar door is the most beautiful phrase. Cellar door. I've never workshopped that before, so
that was pretty good.
We'll see how it looks.
We'll see it back in the in the feed.
Okay, so blah blah blah. So Gemma and Katie have this heart to heart, and it's the first time where Katie has felt emotionally supported by Gemma, which is very good because it helps her now to start kind of like reconnecting with reality, not being so reliant on M3GAN. And Gemma's
human
like,
connection.
Yeah, and Gemma's like, I'm taking my niece and I'm fucking leaving. Like, I don't give a shit about this launch. I don't give a shit about any of this.
It was the right thing to do. Because at this point, M3GAN is like in the lab.
M3GAN is plugged into the lab because they're going to try and see what's going on with her. Like, the thing is, nothing
deactivate her, basically.
Nothing is wrong with her.
They want to deactivate her.
She's doing exactly what you told her to do.
Right.
So, have fun driving home.
In your car.
Right. In your car.
So now Brian Jordan Alvarez and what's the friend's name?
Tess. Yes.
Are with M3GAN, and she's like in her little
she's like all plugged
holster contraption.
And we hear M3GAN pretending to be Tess on the phone to Gemma.
That shit is so scary.
It's so scary.
I hate that.
She starts shutting the computer
That makes like phones obsolete.
Oh.
Like, we can't use phones anymore.
If AI can just like
What? Like, even texting?
No, like, we're gonna have to go back to carrier pigeons. And that's what I predict.
If we even make it.
Oh, I predict there'll be some cockroach people still at the end, absolutely, but they'll be using like carrier pigeons.
Yeah, like all this shit that's on like the Last of Us, how people communicate.
Yeah.
Some rat that came up and like brought me a note.
Yeah, I was like, hey.
And then gave me the plague afterwards.
Yeah, and then we all died.
Yeah. That's what?
Those are the Dark Ages 2.0.
As long as it's fast, just make it fast.
Just make it fast.
I don't want to like suffer from like some fungus brain.
To the stars. Apple Martin yet again comes
That
up.
was like Liza Minnelli does Coldplay.
She would.
She absolutely
Remember
would.
when she did Pet Shop Boys?
What a great era.
She absolutely would. She'd be like, and they were all yellow. Thank you, Mama. It's Coldplay, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely outrageous.
Great.
This is terrible, Liza.
No, it's not. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
It's better than what's her name? Alexis Michelle. Sorry. Sorry, good. Alexis Michelle. That was not a good Liza. Anyways, if you're listening to this, hi, Alexis Michelle.
LOL.
Anyways, so she's like they're like, oh no, M3GAN's still patched in. She's like turning off the computers. So like Brian Jordan Alvarez goes up and tries to like unplug. And
he gets closer, which is like, that's so scary.
And he has to like go up to her face and like unplug her from the back of her head.
It's like trying to get a spider or something.
Oh, it's It's horrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying. And as he's about to pull the last one out, she strings him up and starts to choke him in her own, like, and she does it with, like, a flourish.
In her own, like, BDSM chamber.
She does, like, a PK turn.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And so then Tess is, like, waiting with a hacksaw.
Yeah.
And when she, like, runs by her, she, like, cuts him down.
I like that she just walked by Tess. I like that she didn't do anything to Tess. I liked that.
She's really only going
She's
after
interesting.
M3GAN.
She's an interesting woman.
You know?
Just don't get in her way.
Okay.
Right?
She did it. Yeah, there wasn't like any unnecessary carnage. Because then she proceeds to
the song.
Walk down the hallway.
The song starts playing.
Please set the stage.
I can't even talk about it.
M3GAN.
Well, I feel like this was like the first time like I've experienced like eating sugar or something.
Yeah.
It was like
it definitely harkens back to like the Kubrick scene of when Danny turns the corner and the creepy twins are standing there. So like the boss is like, "Get back here."
It's like that combined with like Saturday Night Fever.
Yes. What a marriage.
Right?
And so the boss is like, "Get back here, like, where's the doll?" And he gets off the phone and there's the doll.
With like the fucking she hasn't
for no
got it.
reason. And this is the thing about M3GAN that I'm like, this is something M3GAN did for herself.
Yeah.
She just does this little, like, feeling herself dance.
Because she's a homosexual, Steven.
Yeah. And then she goes over to the copy machine where there's a paper cutter, rips the machete part of the paper cutter off.
Yep.
Stabs the boss.
Could have been bloodier.
Could have been worse, but just a single, quick.
Well, he's like, the elevator's open.
And we see
the
creepy
assistant's
Kurt
there. Yeah. And he's like, keep it open. He's like running towards it.
And Kurt's like trying to close it.
Yeah. And then he finally catches it and you see him get stabbed from the back.
Yeah.
And it's like.
And then M3GAN reveals that she's going to pin it all on Kurt. Even though she's like, doesn't give a shit. She's just like, hates him because he's a pedo and she knows it.
Yeah.
And she also then kills him.
Yep. Fine by me.
Fine by me as well. Oh my God, I'm on my last page of M3GAN's.
Good for you.
This is such a good movie.
Oh my God, I loved it. Like I wrote, imagine it. This is like if a Tesla just killed Elon Musk.
Yeah. Oh. I believe that love is the answer. So we're back at Gemma and Katie's house, and all of a sudden we hear a piano playing.
Oh my God,
and
Jocelyn.
It's that song Toy Soldier.
Step by step, heart to heart.
They all fall down. Like toy
Not to be mistaken with the Britney Spears song "Toy Soldiers."
Right. No, which I think is an interesting choice of song because there's like lyrics about it that are like toy soldiers, toys.
I mean, it's about toys.
She's got a repertoire. M3GAN has a Spotify playlist. Somebody please put the M3GAN Spotify playlist together.
Good idea. It's just like titanium on repeat.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff like Domo arigato, Mr.
Oh, interesting.
Like you put like a whole why do I feel like Yoshi Battles the Pink Robots is in that? What's that song? Yoshimi. Her name is Yoshimi. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
She's got a something with her body. Who sings that? Flaming Lips.
Flaming Lips. Yeah.
Oh, that took me a minute to find. It was deep in there. It was like
you told
in
me
my
so,
M3GAN
me too.
brain. Yeah.
You're like
Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots. Yeah. Carry the one. Yeah. So that would be on there.
Okay.
What else? There's so many like robot like 80s things.
You know when like you're put on the spot? I feel like I'm on Jeopardy.
Which we've been watching so much. Celebrity Jeopardy, which I love. Okay, we'll come back. I'll come back to you.
Something in a...
We can come back to you. She blinded me with science.
Okay, see, you got a good one too. That's good.
Yep. Maybe I'll make the playlist by myself.
Don't worry, I got some Miss Roboto just like in there.
Yeah, and that's all you can hear.
Yeah.
I understand. So M3GAN and M3GAN and Gemma. These names are hard.
They're like the same name.
It's like Jenna, Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Yeah.
She's like gets into a fight with Gemma.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm gonna get.
They
through
get in
this.
a fight,
like a fist fight, like a physical fight.
And you can tell that Gemma's never been in a fight before.
No, and Gemma's basically like, "What's wrong with you?" And she's like, "Humanity kills every day. Why can't I kill to protect our child?"
Where's the lie?
And she's like, I'm gonna be there for her and show her what real love looks like, you fucking bitch.
I mean, like, based on historical facts, that's, like, what happened. She took care of the kid.
You know?
You know?
Maybe just, like, let M3GAN do it. So Katie walks in on them fighting, and, like, she's like, don't come in here, because they don't want her to see.
Yeah.
And, like, while they're, like, waiting for Katie to leave, Gemma notices that there's a glass of water nearby.
Yeah. I saw, like, a meme once that was, like, what happens when AI takes over, and it's, like, a picture of a fire hose.
So she hits her with a glass of water, and M3GAN turns into, like, Silent Hill.
Right?
She's just like...
Which we did watch recently.
It's
so scary.
Silent Hill is, I'm sorry, but, like, fucked.
It's one of those movies where you're just like, can I get out of here, please?
Get me out of
like,
here.
You know what else made me feel like that big time was 40 Days of Night.
Oh.
Relentless.
Ugh.
That I saw in theaters, and I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
For some reason, I've seen that movie, like, a bunch of times.
Because it's good.
It's, like, always on TV.
Yeah, it is.
And I, like, always... No, God.
No, God.
I always watch it, because it is good.
It is good. Wait, can I just go back to when M3GAN is giving her monologue?
Mm-hmm.
She goes, Jesus Christ, I thought we were friends. Which I fucking loved.
Oh, yeah, she's like, we used to stay up till 4 a.m. talking about everything.
From Janis Joplin to something, like Jane Goodall to Janis Joplin.
Yeah. You're just like, wow. M3GAN has not said a single
No, she hasn't.
lie.
And, like, M3GAN makes you, like, question reality. Like, what is our objective reality? Because she's like, I think there was at one point someone said she wasn't supposed to do anything wrong. And it's like, what does that mean?
Right.
Like, that's not a directive.
Did you do something wrong? And she's like, please be more specific.
Yeah, like, based on what? Like, the Bible? Like...
Right. Wait, yeah, she's like, you have to define what right and wrong is.
Yeah.
You told me to protect this child, so I'm doing that.
Right.
You didn't explain to me that
Morality.
Like, your inferred morality.
Right.
You're animals, and this is how you guys act.
Like, she's not domesticated.
No.
Like we all are.
I mean, it's not even that. She's literally just, like, learning our rules and playing by them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she hasn't, like, acclimated to societal norms and, like, rules. So she's, like, ripping people's ears off.
And the thing of that is, though, is, like, even if you gave someone the directive, like, you be a bodyguard, bodyguards will fight for you.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm just doing what you tell me.
Yeah.
You know? So we're...
Malicious compliance, is that what it's called?
Malicious compliance. That's exactly right. That isn't... Yes. So they're now fighting into the work, like, space where there's, like, other androids, and Gemma's, like, throwing shelves down to get...
It was like,
M3GAN
does nothing.
away. I'm like, what? M3GAN can, like, honestly, she's probably a drone. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for her legs just like...
Like, as if, like, the U.S. military hasn't bought this technology, like, immediately.
Right?
Like, you're gonna let this go to public, to, like, the, like, consumer.
Exactly. I bet Evelyn Salt is AI. I can't stop talking about Evelyn Salt.
With that wig? That's AI. That's in the wig folder.
For sure. For sharks. So... M3GAN, like, actually gets, like, kind of the one-up after Gemma, like, saws her face off.
Yeah.
And then, like, she has, like, a big scar down her face. And
her
she
hair's,
just
like, ripped
looks
off.
Incredible.
Iconic.
She looks rad.
Yeah, she does.
So if you're gonna dress up as M3GAN, do this M3GAN.
Yeah, get some, like, silicone.
Yeah, like, make a fake face.
It's punk rock.
Get, like, a half head. Like, it's just...
It's amazing.
She looks amazing. And M3GAN... like, has the best of her. And she's like, she threatens to lobotomize her with the same stylist that she would, like, tricked her with.
Yeah, because she's learned palliative care. Palliative?
Yeah, she's like, I know how to do hospice and palliative care. So what M3GAN wants to do is lobotomize Gemma and be her caregiver so that she can still have custody of Katie.
But the fact that she even said that is, like, another thing that she's, like, another throwaway line that's like, they're going to use these motherfuckers to take care of old people,
palliative
too.
Care.
That's the thing that's so annoying about tech. Like, it's supposed to make our lives easier. We're supposed to be working less and having to be less productive, but it's doing the opposite. It's not doing the opposite. They're doing the opposite.
Right.
Like, they have both.
Yeah.
They have automation and basically slave labor.
Yeah. And then they have a bunch of people that are just, like, cut out of the economy.
Basically.
And we're just like,
they're cut.
What?
They're like, they exist to, like, scare us into working, basically.
They're using the robots as a threat.
Oh, no, not the robots. Like, I mean, like, people that are forced out of society.
Right. Oh, yeah, exactly. But also, like the ruling class could essentially use AI to threaten the working class.
Absolutely. But they do.
Yeah. So
that's what's happening.
We should just go back to like, I'm a miller.
The very beginning.
Yes, exactly. I'm a blacksmith.
I was thinking about taking up carpentry.
Yeah, just the good old
I would love to do that.
Trades. Oh, to work with the hands.
I would love that. Carpentry specifically.
It's an honest day. I like, sometimes I'm like, so when I'm stressed out, I like to like just clean my house. Like, what the fuck?
It like feels good.
Everything is so fucking backwards. It's like I don't even have time to do
you want to just like go on Alone together?
Alone.
Would they allow that? Like Sugar and Spice, but of Alone?
I would.
Can my wife be one of my special things that I bring?
Yeah, exactly. No, but like we would literally be like, can we bring like a camper? I would be so bad on that show.
That's the most lesbian thing you've ever said.
Lesbian?
Can we bring a
can't go outside. No way.
I'm so itchy inside. I can't go outside.
I'm an indoor cat. 100%.
I would have to build us quite a log cabin.
Could you? You'd be like, I got a splinter. It would
Absolutely.
Be like, I have to bring so
I'd
many
be like,
tweezers.
I cut my finger off.
Yeah. Where's Megan?
I know.
Megan would know what to do.
Exactly. You know we've got one.
Oh, absolutely. So just when we think it's like the end.
That's the sequel.
What?
A lesbian couple brings in a third and it's a Megan. Is the sequel.
No. Oh,
we've got some news. You're pregnant. No.
Oh my God. That's a totally different doll.
I love it.
That's an adult doll at that point.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, so Megan is just about to lobotomize Gemma, and then Katie shows up, and Megan's like gonna read her face. And so at first she sees that like Katie doesn't trust Megan.
Yeah.
But Katie's so smart that she tricks Megan into thinking that like she's gonna be on her side.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll help you. But in reality, she has Bruce, the robot.
I don't know when she had time to do that.
I know. She's got the gloves on, and she uses this big robot to basically rip Megan in half.
Yeah.
Which, of course, doesn't kill her. And they finally have to, like scramble after her, and Katie's the one who ends up killing her because the fucking Gemma's useless.
Yeah.
And she stabs her in the brain.
With the screwdriver.
Which is, like, you know.
In her brain.
Her thing.
But I love this movie because, like, that happens, and it's like, okay, yay, we're safe. And then it cuts to the Elsie. And then that's the end of the movie.
And the Elsie, like, lights up, so you know the Megan is in
That's
her.
the end of the fucking movie.
And so you know another one's coming.
It's 100 minutes long.
Too short.
Thank you.
Could be, but it
no,
could have been
thank
longer.
God.
Yeah, that's true. I like when it, tell me a story, please.
Like,
Tell
I
me a
know that, like,
story.
everyone loves Avatar. I love Avatar. I haven't seen the second one because I don't like going to the theater.
Right.
For many reasons.
Right.
But, like, I also don't want to sit in a movie seat for, like, 3.5 hours.
I know.
That's so long.
You know what? We saw Harry Potter on Broadway, and it was we did
God.
the one-day thing, and I think that was a lot.
That was, like...
Was it 6
We
hours?
could have flown to, like, France.
It was...
Also, we went to, like, Carmine's in the middle, which was a huge mistake. Humongous
mistakes were
mistake.
made.
Do not recommend
Don't recommend that.
Nope.
So, do the math yourself for that one. One other thing I wanted to mention is that, so, like, the adult brought this problem into Katie's life, and Katie was the one who had to fix it.
Oh my God. Once again, parentified. Absolutely.
So it's like re-traumatized, and I loved it. I thought it was a perfect movie. It was fun, campy, like thrilling.
It makes you wonder, like, when people are born and they're kids and they're growing and learning, like, how much stuff gets unconditioned out of them that, like, is valuable.
Like when they're being parentified or something.
Yeah, like, or just
who knows, creativity.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Intuition.
Yeah. Absolutely. We are 100% like all that shit's, you know.
Something that I really
bred
appreciate
out.
about my mom, like how she raised me, was that she always believed me, everything I said.
I love that.
Like, because I never would lie about, like, something.
Right.
So, like, if I told her anything about anything, she
Yeah.
believed me.
My mom too.
Yeah, I think your mom was
Definitely.
like that too.
Oh yeah, I could tell her.
That was, like, super important.
Yes, being believed is like a big deal.
For, like, the little, like, anything, on any level of thing.
And you do that for me too. Like, sometimes I'll literally be like, I saw a weird, like, shadow thing. And you're like, I also saw it. Like, I'm like, yes, thank God. Like,
well, I'm not lying to you.
You never, no, you're not. But you, like, never, if I tell you something, like, weird happened or spooky, you always believe
Like, if
me.
I don't see it, I believe that you saw it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Like, why would I make that shit up?
Right.
You believe that I saw it. Whether or not
Yeah.
it's real or not, I don't know. I'm not lying.
I mean,
you.
what's real?
Right.
Things exist in space and time that we can't observe.
Yeah.
Like, who knows what you observed?
Alaina, whenever I think about the fact that we only have, like, the senses that we have so that we will be able to, like, survive as a species, it makes me think of, like, everything, like, within the space that I'm in that I can't see that would really freak me out.
Right? Like skin mites. On that note, I'm gonna go give myself a Gattaca shower.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Oh, you're done. Just like M3GAN.
Just like M3GAN. No, just like Degrassi, I'm going to end this podcast. But thank you guys for tuning in. This was extremely exciting for us to have our first video podcast.
Camera 1.
And
Camera 2.
Yeah, we're excited for weekly podcasts with video every single week.
So, yeah, like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
Share. Dolly.
Review. It really helps us out if you guys give us a review. 5 stars, please. If you have nothing nice to say, don't listen to this and move on.
Thank you.
We're a small, women, queer-owned business. Just give us a fucking break. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah. I love a break.
Like, if you like it, great. If you don't, that's fine. Anyways.
Yeah.
But we would really appreciate it if you would just do all the things because it helps us continue to do this, and we love connecting with you guys.
And, always reach out to us with campfire ideas.
Podcast at bijoutcandles.com, or on Instagram you can DM us.
Or comment below.
Comment below.
Now you can actually comment below.
Now you can actually comment below, which I'm extreme. Yeah, comment below. Tell us everything. Let's chat at it. And we'll be back next week with another podcast.
Thanks, Candle Coven.
Bye, Candle Coven.
Ciao.
Bye.